Hi there. In this session, we're basically going to go through the data and graphs in Excel. Now, the data that I have shared in this sheet basically is the year, the sales in that year, the cost of sales, and the profit. And basically, it is a 10-year sale, cost of sale, and profit. Now, the graph here shows that in year one, this is the sale, this is the cost, and this is the profit, which is a negative number. Now, as we go along this line, the year is going to basically increase on the horizontal, and on the vertical, you see that you have the total value for the sales as well as for the cost of sales and profit. So it's a very simple chart. I'll just show you how to do this. Let me drag this to the left and then let me design a new one. So you simply highlight from A, cell B2 all the way to L5, and then go to insert, and in insert you will find all sorts of charts, which is what you have here is the column chart, you have the line chart, and you have the cluster chart and the pie chart. So we will just start with the very basic one. Click, and here depends on this kind of style that you need. So this time let's just do this one and drag it here. So same data set that basically shows you the profitability, which is negative. The total sales is shown to you, and then within that, what it is the portion of sales and cost. So over time, you see the profitability is increasing. This is your total cost for and this is your profitability, the gray bar. So again, it is basically the labels are shown here. The blue is your sales, cost of sales is orange, and your profitability is there. You can simply double click here and highlight this part and just say bar chart. Or you can give your company name or sales trend. All right, that's a very simple bar chart. Then let's go and start with the line chart. The line chart again is the same concept. Just highlight from here, go till the end where it's L5, go insert, go on the line chart this time. Again, you have different types. What I did is I chose this one earlier, but you are free to select any other type which is more appropriate in terms of design for you. I think just for the simplicity, we'll just choose this without the circles, which are pointers for that year. So just it's a straight line. So the profitability, this is where we call the break-even point, where the profitability is equaling the cost. At this point, you're basically making a break-even level. Now a cluster chart is the same thing, but other than you have two scales. On the left side you have the scale for sales, on the right side you have a scale for profitability. So that's a neat way of getting that done. And sometimes it's just fun to go through different charts and styles on this side, just so that you understand that you have all these types of charts that you can pretty much use. And we're going to go into more details of these charts once we get more data analysis. So within the combo chart, you can go on different types as well. The one I selected last time was the other one, but this one is using a single scale. So it is putting the scale slightly different than the previous one. is using this common scale. So profitability starts below 0 and then it goes higher. And basically it's the same concept. All right, now the pie chart normally requires you to have a total amount for a year. And then what it's doing is showing you from the total, for example, from the total amount in the 10 years, year one was your 6%, and then gradually when sale was increasing, you were receiving an increase in your pie. So it just shows that from 6%, the last 10th year, the year is 15%. So it's a very simple chart for you to do. Same thing, you need to highlight up to 10, which is year 10, and then go insert, go to pie chart. Within pie chart, you have a lot of types that you can use. You can even choose this one. So it's just a donut chart that doesn't have a center. Usually the reason they do a donut chart is that as soon as you look at this, your eyes go directly in the center. To avoid that, they've got a donut chart, and so the concept is exactly the same. And you can, from the chart design, you can change the design of your chart, and the look and feel of your chart can be very simply, if you want this particular design, then just click on it, it'll stay there. If you want a different design, then you can go and make it a separate design, and then you can still go back and once we do the data analysis later on, we will be preparing all these charts for you, so you will definitely get a more hands-on practice with real data, or the data that we are going to use to develop our financial models. All right, this is a very powerful tool which I'm going to show you right now. So let's say that you have a table for 5 years, and it shows the person here, on the salesperson on the left, and the year sale of that year for this person. So if you highlight all this and you want to quickly chart this data, when you highlight this whole, there is on the bottom right an extra box that opens. Click on this box and you will receive formatting, charts, total, table, and sparklines. Now on formatting, you can use formatting. Here it is a very interesting and powerful tool. What it's showing you is it's a bar chart on the data itself. So for example, when you see cell B here and 4, it is the highest number. So it is showing you, compared to the rest of the chart, 5,000 is the highest. Now, if you want to know where the lowest number is, you can go to the lowest chart and you will know that 1,000 is your lowest number. In case you want to change that to 500, it will also automatically update. So if it's 0, the bar goes to 0. If you make 100, it slightly increases. If you make it 200, it will increase. 300. So it's increasing. 500. It's increasing. Very, very powerful visually. Quickly, at a very quick glance, you will say, oh, these are the years that this person has done well. I can very quickly say that John has done the best, without even looking at the total data on the right side. So here you can see all his graphs. Every year was high. Second would be, let's say, Mariam, and perhaps there could be a tie between Mariam and Mike, but we would just have to do the total and then do the percentage. But for the sake of our demo here, I just wanted to use this table without the total, so we can use this data to analyze it. Then we'll press Control Z, my favorite Control Z, to go back till you go to the original. Then click here again, left click. Most of the times when I'm saying left click, when I'm saying click, it's left click, unless I tell you there's right click. So it's very important, and you can try both sometimes. The right click is not working right now. Left click is the one that works. All right. These are icons that show if the number is higher. So for example, these two numbers are high. This is in the middle, and this is in the lower range within that year. So the same thing, this is the highest, and these are lower numbers than the average. So again, very quickly you can spot that John has done pretty much better than everybody else. Okay, Control Z, then again go to icons, the same thing. Now greater number, again you can see the highest number has been picked up in the table, so very quickly you can see that John has done probably the best among all. And this is a similar concept of 10%, the highest top 10 people. Go back, clear. There's another way of doing the clearing is that you simply clear this. All right, now that takes care of formatting and data. You have what we call another area within charts. So this is again the same concept which I showed you earlier, but it's just quicker to do it. Okay, you need a quick chart here and it's coming without even highlighting anything. So you've got that. You can go again and let's say you want another chart that it's a cluster chart or line chart. So you can bring it here, and you've got one line chart, you got one bar chart, you want a third one. You go to charts and you can get a stack chart and then just put it here. Organize it here, right? Zoom out, control and scroll your mouse, and then you can zoom out. All right, I'm going to copy this and keep that one as it is. I want to come back to it later on when I do the printing. Okay, now I can delete this here, delete this, delete this. All right, and I can zoom again to complete the session with the remaining features. So the charts are pretty simple. The totals, if you want totals at the end, just go on totals. You want the average, you want the number of records, the percentage in terms of the total column. If it was here, then what is the percentage? So you can very you can imagine that the year fifth year was the highest in terms of sales. This is the running balance, and this is sum on the right side of the table. Table formatting, a very powerful tool again. Let me show that again. Table formatting allows you to format your table nicely in a different formats, and you can bring it back to normal. Spark lines, now within the data it shows the trend. So for example, when you click on it, it takes up the trend and then quickly nicely puts it in a trend line. So you know that, okay, this guy pretty much picked up in the last. There was a drop in the fourth year, and you can see there's a drop in John, but he pretty much did well. Similarly, there was a drop for Mariam in the fourth year. Mike, there was a spike in year 4, and Asma was in a straight line. So she's very consistent with her work. All right, this pretty much wraps up for the graphs and data. Now here we are going to come back to most of these features again once we start with the financial modeling. The purpose of this lesson was just to quickly go through the basic features.